Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. 2025 has been a year of many changes for me, both blessings and challenges. Back in April, I went through a breakup, one that I found to be really challenging, and I feel only now I am starting to feel like my old self again, and I feel I am slowly coming out the other side of it. I've grown greatly in my spiritual faith with Jesus this year, particularly going through my breakup. It was something I really lent on to help me through the challenging moments. I started going to church more regularly, making it a part of my daily routine to read the Bible, and really focused on building my relationship with God through prayer and gratitude. In early April, my twin sister moved up from Sydney, and we moved in together in June, so this was the first time I'd moved since moving to the coast 4 years ago. I'm not a huge fan of moving, as I find it to be a little stressful, but it has been such a huge blessing to have her up here with me. I found it really hard being apart from her when she was living in Sydney, as we do almost everything together. We go on hikes, go to the beach, get coffee, and go to the gym together. Before 2021, I'd never been apart from her for more than a week, so having that distance and not being able to see her regularly was quite hard to adjust to. I love my new home and have been spending a lot of time in the kitchen creating new recipes and DIYs to share on my channel and website. I've also made a few new products which I will be sharing on my website soon and will be available for purchase in the coming new year, which I'm really excited to share with you all. Another huge blessing this year has been reaching 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I've been making videos since 2018, and it has been a goal of mine for the past 8 years to get to 10k. And when I saw that 10,000 of you had subscribed, I cried out of pure joy. To have so many of you want to watch my videos and be a part of the community we have here on YouTube makes me feel so incredibly blessed. I get so many messages from you all each week on my videos, and so many of them are words of love, encouragement, and feedback on how much you love the videos. It brings me so much joy to my heart that so many of you like the videos I create and get so much out of the DIYs I share. So I wanted to create this video in dedication to you all and to share how much it has meant to me to have you all be a part of this community. So much has happened over these past 8 years, from where I started back in 2018, sharing how I'd recently made the switch to veganism and wanted to share my journey of living a more natural, holistic lifestyle, trying to avoid as much plastic in my life as possible. Over the years, I started making more and more of my own natural products to replace the chemical-filled ones you'd usually purchase at the store. I started with my bathroom. I began making my own toothpaste, skincare, body care and hair care products, replacing shampoos, conditioners, soaps and moisturizers with my own homemade versions. This allowed me to avoid single-use plastics that these products came packaged in, and when I moved out of home to the Gold Coast back in 2021, I started buying as many groceries and ingredients for my products as possible from the bulk food store and local farmers markets to try and live a plastic-free lifestyle. For about 2 years I was able to do this, but once I started eating meat and animal products again, I found it more challenging to buy all my produce and food plastic-free. This was a huge lesson for me about not being too rigid in my life. I had to start to look at how I could lead a life in alignment with my values and passion for the environment, but not be too strict and rigid with my routine. I learnt to give myself grace and just focus on doing my best when it came to reducing plastics in my life. Quitting plastics and living a vegan lifestyle taught me discipline and values. But now I try to model a lifestyle that is centered around caring for myself first, then having energy for my community and the planet. For the first 2 years living on the Gold Coast, I only travelled by bike and public transport. This taught me a lot about patience, as I spent most of my time waiting when it came to catching the bus or train. It also taught me to slow down. When planning trips to the grocery store, to the beach, even to work, I'd need to give myself more time to commute there on my bike, so I couldn't plan as many things in my day, as it would take a lot longer to run errands and get to places. This was a valuable lesson for me, as I'm someone who loves ticking things off my to-do list, so I'm constantly working on making it a practice, even now that I have my car, to slow down and be more present. Not be constantly focused on the next thing, and the next thing, which is something I can easily catch myself doing even now out of habit. One of the highlights of this year has been my stay in a tiny home out in Mullumbimby, just south of where I live. I've always loved watching people's videos on their simple life in a tiny home and how people live off-grid in tiny homes just like this. So I decided to live the dream myself and had a mini holiday in one out on a beautiful property near the Northern Rivers. The tiny home was just beautiful, and it even had an outdoor bath which I practically lived in. I enjoyed toasting marshmallows over the campfire in the evenings, under a sky filled with stars, as there was no light pollution out on the property. It was a time of healing for me, and a place where I could practice slowing down, reading, going on hikes, and taking time away from work. Just be. As we approach the end of 2025, I'm just filled with gratitude. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all your love and support over the years. Whether you've been here from the beginning or just joined today, welcome. It's so wonderful to have you join our community here. Every one of you is so special to me, and I hope you all find something helpful or useful from the DIYs I share. You all are such an inspiration to me, and without you, these videos wouldn't happen. It is such a blessing to get to share my creations with you all, and I really hope you find something valuable from them. I'm sending each of you all my love, and I hope to see you again in another video. Goodbye for now.